There's Molly. Oh, bless her. This one has come up with me to meet Molly. When Florence met Miss Molly, I think you're just going to hide by Mummy, aren't you? Here she is coming for her hay. And the rest of her breakfast, which she didn't eat earlier, which she might finish now. Yes, Molly will find. Yes. Little Florence wanted to come for an adventure to meet the new arrival. Welcome to this week's vlog. Oh my goodness, it's pretty exciting. Molly is on her way. I keep getting updates. The transport company that are bringing her over are just amazing. Mel recommended them and they are on the ferry. They are ahead of schedule, which is really brilliant. So, you know, anything can happen, but they're giving me regular updates. And we were expecting her at lunchtime tomorrow, but I think she might be here first thing, which is so exciting. Yeah, but I just sat here at my laptop doing a little bit of work, thinking, oh my goodness. Santana is settling well with Josh, who's schooling her, and that is really good. So it's all good. I've moved Tori's paddock, so she's gone into the paddock that Colin was in. We've rested that for the last few weeks, and she's in there and happy and settled and munching on her hay, which is perfect. I am using, it was so funny about the Manuka honey. I'm using the Manuka honey now rather than pseudo cream all over her leg. It's healing well, but I think when she gets down to roll, when she gets back up, she's kicking one part of it, which I'm hoping the Manuka honey will work on that. But she's doing well, which is good. Half term is drawing to a close for the boys. So I don't know where the week has gone. It's just flown by so quickly, so quickly. Yeah, but it's exciting about Molly. Everything is ready for her arrival. Feed, supplements, rugs, everything. I've done it. Stable's ready. I'm all super organised, so that is good. And I just actually been playing mum taxi, so I need to go in a minute and pick Arch up from a friend's. And yes, just ferrying children backwards and forwards, and endless mama I'm hungry. So it's a good job I love cooking and feeding them. This has been lots of food and endless meals, but I just wanted to give you a quick update about the arrival of Molly. Lola is getting bigger by the moment. Actually, one of the children was really shocked because the milk started coming out. So, you know, we've still got a little way to go, but she's getting ready, which is exciting. So once Molly's here, my next focus is getting all the bits I need: rubber gloves, towels, vet's bed, my book on hand with post-it notes in the right page so I can be a good midwife. Oh, the children are being rather loud. I don't know if you just heard that shriek. Dear Tess is just snoozing. Just lift her head up. She's just snoozing. She's had a lot of love, a lot of cuddles, and actually it's been really special. Really special, just showering her. Well, I mean, she's always showered in love and attention, but even more so. And she's been snuggling on the sofa and cuddling up and just looking after her. But she's hanging in there. But oh gosh, it's hard. But lots of excitement, but also that sadness too. And it does play on my mind quite a lot. Like getting the time right is hard. So I think I will be speaking to the vet again and just seeing what he thinks. But I think if I take her in, he's going to say, Charlie, this is the time. So we'll see. But she's eating, she's happy. But I need to go and play mum taxi. But I just got an update from the transport company. I was like, I'm just gonna come and chat to you all and let you know I'm literally living in this jumper. It is so cold. I was at our local mole, I don't know what it's called, mole online, it's not mole online, that's what it is online, mole country stores, that's what it's called. I call it Scats. And there was a woman, they were having a chat in front of me at the checkout, and they were like, it's so cold, the only way you can warm up at the moment is by having a bath. Like, yes, that's what I've been saying. It is so cold, even with the heating on. It's just cold to the core. The only time I warmed up was actually mucking out. That always warms you up, and that did definitely warm me up. But I'm wearing my cozy knit. I've got a shirt on underneath it and a vest. And sat here with my scarf and apron at my laptop, just doing a little bit of work. But I need to go be mum taxi, so I will probably chat to you tomorrow when she's here, which is really, really very, very exciting. I can't believe it. And Mel is just the loveliest person. There was tears at their end this morning saying goodbye, because they've had her since she was a foal. So you know, that's a huge change for them, but they're just such a lovely family. And it's really nice. Mel and I both said, you know, we've made a friend, and that's lovely when you get older and you just click with somebody. Well, I knew if she was friends with my friend Emma, she was going to be great, and she is. So that's really lovely. But I've got to go and stop waffling to you lot. And here she is. She has arrived. They had a really, really good journey. We've just popped her new rug and head collar on, and Coco's making her breakfast. She is such a sweetheart, and the guy that bought her Brahmans of Buckingham, can highly recommend them. The service has been incredible. He said what a lovely, lovely horse she is, and Coco just said to me, Mommy, I can't believe she's here. So everybody meet Molly, Miss Molly. Yes. So sweet. She's even still got hoof all on. Mel gave her a lovely bath, and she's lovely, lovely and clean. She's travelled well, and it's a very, very exciting start of a new adventure together for Coco and her. Kind of windy. This one is so friendly. She's been having a good hoon around the field. I've just taken Tori's hay over to her. She's happy up there. This one is just getting settled. Lots of trotting around, a bit of galloping around, and I put boots on her just to protect her legs, which is the advice from Mel. But she's great. She's going to take her over to her, walking over there now. I've just quickly poo-picked Tori's paddock while I was giving her her hay and checking on her leg. It's just nice to spend a bit of time up here while Molly is settling in, getting to know her new paddock and know Tori. It's just nice to kind of spend a bit of time. And this field's getting a little churned up. There she is with a big pile of hay. Very happy girl. Right, I'm going down to the house to do breakfast for us. I'm just out walking the doggies and just thinking about Simon and I and our age gap. It's actually Valentine's Day as I'm filming this, and so I was actually away last night, so I haven't seen him yet. So I haven't given him his card, and he hasn't given me a card yet. We don't make a big thing about Valentine's Day, but I was just thinking about our age gap, and it's not something that I talk about that much with you guys. I suppose because I'm just so used to it. It's like not a thing. Hang on a minute. I need to just... Yes, that's better. It's not a thing to me, but there is 22 years age gap between us. And initially my friends were horrified. And I was like, just meet him. Just meet him and see what you think. And then pass judgment. And I think that's what's so important. Like, we're so quick to judge. And until you've actually met somebody, you don't know them. So you can't judge them. Until you've walked in their shoes, you really don't know them. So you really can't pass judgment. And so I said to my friends, and of course, I think I would have been concerned if one of my best friends had said, I've met this guy, he's a lot older than me. Because that's natural instinct and we're concerned about our friends. But I said, just give him a chance. I said the same thing to my mother. She was pretty horrified at the thought of the age gap. But do you know what? It works. We have been together now for 20 years, married for nearly 18 years. He makes me belly laugh regularly. I want to say on a daily basis. Probably not a daily basis. That would be an exaggeration, but regularly. He is the kindest, most genuine, thoughtful man. He's definitely made me the best version of me, of myself, by believing in me, by giving me confidence, by loving and supporting me. And early on in our relationship, I did have a moment of, holy moly, is this a good idea? Like, I'm falling for this guy, and maybe I should stop it now. And I was thinking that as I was getting into the car one morning to drive to work. My drive to work wasn't very long. And by the time I got to work, I was like, but I'm the happiest I've ever been. Like, I can totally 100% be me. I don't have to worry about what I say. I don't have to worry about what I look like. I don't have to worry about what I eat. And I might, be a bit bloated. I had worried about that stuff in previous relationships. I had some very, very attractive boyfriends my age. And I never felt that comfortable. I never felt that I could be totally and utterly myself. I always kept some barriers up. And I suppose because of my turbulent teenage years and childhood, there was quite a lot of stuff. And, once I was in a relationship and I opened up and shared some of my past, a lot of guys ran a mile. So I didn't even blink. He was so supportive and so loving and so kind. And he kind of got it. And yes, I suppose I'm lucky that he didn't have children. He hadn't been married before. He'd had a couple of long-term relationships. So I suppose it made it less complicated. But I suppose I'm sharing this with you because... why am I sharing this? Because I often get questions about relationships and like knowing when it's the right time or what have you. And I think I very much listen to my gut. Have time, and I've just had a long walk with the dogs and I've just actually been with my own thoughts. And I think it's really important that we sit with our own thoughts and sort of have a dialogue with ourselves. And, I had that dialogue that morning and I remember it so vividly. And I was like, but Charlie, why would I end something that is the best relationship I've ever had? I want to see where this goes. This is exciting. Why would you stop it because of an age gap? And I had to grow up very, very, very quickly. And I've always been an old soul. I've always, wanted to dress older than I am. I've always wanted to hang out with older people. And so I've always been pretty immature. So I like to think, and we've always joked about it, that we meet somewhere happily in the middle. He has such a great sense of humour. He isn't scared of making a fool of himself. He'll hit the dance floor. He's just a great guy, and it works. and I just wanted to share that with you all. Anyway, I'm going up a hill now, so I'm going to huff and puff, and I'm going to enjoy the rest of my walk, sitting with my thoughts. But I just thought I'd share that with you guys. While I'm standing here in my pyjamas, I have just unpacked and filmed a TikTok of an H&M order that I placed, and I just had to share these gorgeous pyjamas with you. They are so pretty. This little print is just gorgeous, so delicate. H&M have some really great pieces. This denim shirt was something that I ordered. It is, how much was it? There's not a price on it, but I'm sure it was under £25. I don't think there's any prices on anything, which is frustrating, so I can't share it exactly with you, but pretty inexpensive. And people often say to me, you know, Charlie, you always look, you know, pretty, you always look put together. When I'm doing dirty jobs, I like to still feel nice, so I tend not to be like really scruffy, and that's just the way I've always been. But that's when an H&M shirt comes in really handy. I've been wearing one all day today, and you know, Molly's arrived, I've been doing horsey stuff, I took the dogs for a long walk. I also ordered this shirt from them, so a much darker denim with less frills. This is better for layering when you've got frills down the front, better with a cardigan than a jumper, otherwise you look bulky and it doesn't look great. And then there's also, they didn't have my size, but actually this is oversized, and I'm going to keep it because I quite like that look. But a really pretty white cotton blouse. Again, I don't think it's got any prices on, but you know, a wide sleeve, a really nice cuff, and pretty buttons. So again, I could wear that when I'm filming a cookery video and not worry if something splashes on me. It's not a really expensive, beautiful blouse. It's from H&M. I just had to share these gorgeous jammies with you. I've got my underwear on. I was just having a quick try on. I thought I need to share these with you. I wasn't sure what size, and actually these are a small. Everything I got is a small, apart from this one, which they had sold out. And I thought I just really love the look of it. And I know that these are things I'm going to wear a lot, but again, it just doesn't matter if I'm gardening or a dog jumps on me or whatever, because I haven't spent an absolute fortune. And my more expensive clothes tend to be pre-loved, or it might be because I'm working with a brand. I do often buy things from H&M. You have to have a good look through. I'll probably spend half an hour looking through and scrolling through to find things that I like the look of, that are my kind of style. There's a lot of trendy stuff which I just isn't for me. I did buy the pyjamas in a medium, but these are perfect, so I'm going to send those back. And I find H&M's returns, I have the app on my phone, I find it really easy and really straightforward to use. So I'm going to put my clothes back on. Coco it's just worked so brilliantly. She has an inset day today, so she was here for Molly's arrival, which is perfect. Her and her best friend have just gone to do a little bit of shopping, and I need to go and pick them up. And the boys are happy, everybody's happy. Molly is happy in the field, the sun is now shining. I had a gorgeous long dog walk, feeling good, feeling energized, happy. It makes such a difference when the sun shines. It's been so bitterly cold. It was so cold first thing, but it has finally warmed up. I actually had to close the curtain while I was filming because that's how sunny it is, which is amazing. So anyway, I'm going to put my clothes on and get back outside and enjoy it while it lasts, because I think we might have rain next week, which is not going to be so welcome. And here she is. First night in her stable. She happily came in, just having a bit of a look at everything, but she seems very, very good. Coco's just making up her feed, and She's just getting used to being in the stable. Tori is next door. I've just popped some cream on her leg. I think as she's going down to roll, she's kicking herself. So I've just nursed her leg. She's having her supper. She's happily in here. So I'm going to bring them in every night for a little while till Molly gets settled in and I can nurse this leg. But anyway, we are going to take her to a friend's school tomorrow, have a little bit of a lesson. So we need to get bridle and saddle and all of that jazz ready. So we're going to do that next. Get everything ready for Miss Molly. I'm warming up by the Arga. It's just so bitterly cold. I'm actually about to go and put a bigger cardigan on top of this because it's just too cold. I've just taken my coat off. Come in from doing the horses and I've just opened Molly's passport and lovely Mel has sent some luck money for Coco. It's an Irish tradition that you send some luck money with the horse when they come to the new owner, and I'd totally forgotten about it. And we bought 2 ponies from Ireland years ago, Star and Flora. They came from the same home, and Rita, the lady that we bought them from, sent luck money, and it made me a bit emotional. I don't know why. I don't know. I think I'm overtired, sensitive, emotional. But I just thought it was such a lovely touch of Mel to do that. She's in her stable, quite happy, quite settled. We have got her tack ready to try on tomorrow. I didn't even want to put tack on her today. Taken various advice from people and they were like, don't let her settle for too many days, get going with her. So obviously she arrived this morning. She's had all day in the paddock. She'll be in the stable tonight, and then tomorrow I'm going to take her for a ride. I'm going to take her over to a friend Serena and ride there rather than just going for a hack. It's all a bit new and lots to look at, so we'll just box her up. It's only around the corner, so it's not very far, and take her over for that. So hopefully the tack fits. I didn't want to try it on her tonight. I didn't want to fuss, so we shall do that tomorrow. We've got to actually do it quite early tomorrow because I'm driving up to near Milton Keynes tomorrow after we've got back. My godmother's granddaughter is playing Annie in the musical Annie. And when she told me, I was like, I have to come. I'm getting tickets. I'm driving up. And so that will be really special to be there. So I didn't want to be late. So I was like, right, well, we can do the riding thing first thing in the morning. So I'm going to try and have a relatively early night and be up early tomorrow to do that, and then Molly can have the rest of the day in the field, and when I get back we will bring them in. In fact, she'll probably have to bring her in with Simon. Simon can bring Tori in and Coax will bring Molly in, so I won't be back in time. It'll be dark, so they'll need to do that, but it's fine. I just wanted to give you a quick update. Anyway, I am going to put my big cardi on and I need to do various jobs and then get supper on the go. I'm tired. I can't even get my words out. We've just come down to check on them. Sire's got back. He's been at a suppliers conference or a business meeting. Business meeting. He's just got home, so we've just come to see Miss Molly and do evening stables, or before bed checks. So I've just skipped out, topped up hay, water, and they're just having some treats, but she's settling in well. There's little Tori down at the end. She's doing well too. So to say goodnight to these girls. We'll see them in the morning. So we are here with Molly, and Coco's having her first lesson with Indy, and I cannot tell you how much I love this horse already. She loaded beautifully, she travelled beautifully, she's just been an absolute poppet. I gave her a little bit of a lunge because that's what Mel said, just in case she had a buck in her. But so far, she's been an absolute poppet. There they are. Wow, what a morning. Miss Molly is incredible. Coco's had a really brilliant first lesson. She is just brilliant. She's so genuine and just such a lovely, lovely horse. Simon and I are feeling really, really excited about it. And Coco's just like, Mummy, she's so gorgeous. She's so genuine. A very, very different ride to Santana. So it's going to take Coco a while to get used to her, but really, really exciting. Bless her. Well, in the meantime, this one over here is having a good roll as well. Bless him, that's so sweet. Oh, happy horses. One has come up with me to meet Molly. When Florence met Miss Molly, I think we're just going to hide by Mummy, aren't you? Here she is coming for her hay and the rest of her breakfast, which she didn't eat earlier, which she might finish now. Yes, Molly, well done. Yes, little Florence wanted to come for an adventure to meet the new arrival. Flo is so tiny. Right, we need to go and take Tori her hay. She's up there. Oh, Miss Molly. You are gorgeous. You've got your ear stuck behind your head. There, it's picked out now. Well done. This morning couldn't have gone better. I am just so thrilled. Si's so thrilled. Coco's very happy. Florence has just been helping me hay the horses. And now I need to go and do a quick change. Hang on, you can't hear with rattling wheelbarrow. I need to go and do a quick change, actually paint my nails because they're utterly disgusting, jump in the car and drive to Milton Keynes. But I am just feeling relieved, excited. I think relieved is the biggest thing. Molly is an absolute poppet. She's just walking across the field there. She is so lovely and just, yeah, can't believe that she's here. And that she's ours, and that it's going so well. It's not always going to go so well. There are ups and huge downs with horses, but so far, so good. Good morning. I'm back from Milton Keynes, and I didn't take you with me. Well, the traffic was horrific. What I thought was going to take me a couple of hours actually took 3 hours. So I was running tight on time, and I put into Waze before I left here. And I was like, crikey, there is not time to paint your nails. That is not time to vlog. You just need to get your skates on and get on the road. And I arrived in the nick of time. It was magical. It was so magical. It was really emotional. My godmother's granddaughter, it was unbelievable. Unbelievable. I will ask their permission if I'm allowed to insert a picture. Not of the performance, we weren't allowed to take any pictures, but afterwards I will check with them and say, can I put a pic? It was just so special. It was so special to be there. My godmother has been such a huge support throughout my entire life, and she's been there for the highs, she's been there for the lows, she's been there in the middle, and she's just a complete and utter rock. And I think particularly when you don't have a mum, you need special people that can fill those shoes. I don't know why I'm getting emotional. I think it's because I'm tired. You need special people that can fill those shoes and love you and support you and so for me it was really important that I was there to do the same thing for her. And she was like, I'm going to cry again. wasn't supposed to cry today. She was like, your mum would have absolutely loved this moment. And I was like, she would have done, but she's here because she's here on my shoulder with me throughout everything. And so it was just, yeah, I really don't know why I'm crying. It was just very, very special seeing an 11-year-old girl perform Annie and sing her heart out. And yeah, anyway, amazing, amazing, amazing. I have just obviously blow dried my hair. I've been sent some things. I'm going to change the subject quickly, otherwise I will end up properly crying. I've been sent some products by Percy and Reed. Dry volumizing spray, and this is I Need a Hero Wonder Balm hair primer. I've used these two today. They've also sent me, haven't used them yet, the volumizing shampoo, turn up the volume, and this is the volumizing treatment foam, which you use instead of a conditioner. And I have just used the primer and the spray. Now I'm actually about to go and do horsey things. I didn't put too much of the spray in because I'm probably about to put a hat on my head. I'm not going to put any makeup on right now. I am just maybe going to pop something on my lips. That's L'Occitane lip balm right here. I'm going to pop that on and go and feed the horses, give them breakfast, and then Coco has another lesson this morning. So I'm going to feed them, hay them, water them, skip them out, and then take Coco to her lesson a little bit later on. So it's been an early start. I've been up for a good few hours. Simon left early this morning with the boys. They've gone off for a boys' morning of fun, and he's just such a great daddy. And then we'll have a Sunday roast and get everything packed, washed, ready and organised for them heading back to school tomorrow. So their half term is coming rapidly to an end. But Coco's is just beginning, which is perfect. So anyway, I'm going to go and do the horses, but I just wanted to fill you in. And I was tired when I got back last night, so I had supper ready on the table for me as I walked in. I had a hot bath. I got into bed. I painted my nails and replied to various TikTok comments, Instagram DMs, YouTube comments. Didn't do them all, but there's so much going on and loads of lovely messages and comments, and I do try to reply to as many as possible. Sometimes it's tricky, particularly when I have a day where I literally don't have a moment to reply because I'm, driving, rushing around, doing stuff. So bear with, and apologies if I haven't replied. I'm doing my best, but now it's time to go and feed those horses. I just had a moment of clarity of why I got emotional talking about my godmother and mum. I think it's just huge gratitude that I have some amazing women, older women in my life that have scooped me up and showered me with love and TLC. And I'm hugely, hugely grateful for that. So that is why I got emotional, because it's pure gratitude. So we're back for another lesson this morning. Just want to kind of keep the momentum going and get her used to being out and about and Coco riding her. And it's so cold. I've actually got 2 coats on because it's absolutely bitter. But there they are. Look at that blue sky. I don't think you can see it. It doesn't really come across on camera. Look there, blue sky. Wow, what a beautiful, beautiful morning. It was so cold first thing, but Coco has just had a hack on Molly. I was on my bicycle. I thought, really annoying of Mummy to be constantly vlogging, so I didn't take you with us, but a really, really lovely first hack for Molly and Coco. And yeah, it's warmed up, it's beautiful. I've actually undone my coat, so a lovely start to the week. The boys go back today, and yes, it's quite lovely that they go back on a Monday, so we have an extra day with them. But I need to go and get everything ready, so I'm probably not really going to vlog very much today. I just need to kind of focus and be present and make sure that they've got everything organised and everything they need for the rest of this term. Good morning from the stables. Molly is having her brekkie down there. Tori's next door. I've just done Tori's leg. It is a beautiful day. I've got them in. I think I told you. I haven't mucked out yet, so you can see that. I just put Sourdough cream on. The Sourdough cream is working the best. And it's looking good. But every time I stop using the Sourdough cream, I think it needs it for a bit longer. So it's really great having them in at night, and it's really great for Molly to be establishing a routine while she's getting to know us and what have you. Molly is having a day off today. The boys went back yesterday. Coco hacked her, I think I told you that, and I went on my bike. And so we're just going to let Molly have a lovely chilled day. Although when she's, we have to remember that they're only ridden for like an hour of a day anyway. But we just thought she could have a chilled out day. Coco actually had a sleepover with a friend, so it works quite well that she's having today off, because I know that when Coco gets back, she will be tired. But we've got beautiful blue sky, which is just amazing. I love this weather. Cold, crisp. I don't like damp and horrid. Look at that. Days like this just fill me up with I don't know, just give me that kind of boost and that energy that you need. I know, it's just utterly gorgeous. You can just hear the train in the background, but it's pretty peaceful. Anyway, when they finish their breakfast, I'm going to turn them out and let them have a lovely day in the paddock. I haven't shared. Oh, Flo, come this way, darling. We're not going. Florence loves. Hang on, you can't even see her. She's so small. Florence loves to come everywhere with me, but Nigel has made us a new door for here. The old one was beyond repair. It actually wouldn't even close. I don't know if you spotted it in a last vlog. So Nigel has done that. He's given us a step and popped that in so the door can't blow open and back on itself and get damaged, which is what I think happened with the last one. But the last one was very, very, very old. And yeah, so it's great to have that. Nigel is so talented. And yeah, there's the water pipe with a bit of cladding. It's possibly frozen. I'm not even going to try, but it is very cold this morning. Okay, I just had to share the hair with you because I've just done a full Percy Ann Reed wash and blow dry. So I shampooed with their shampoo, and then they have this mousse conditioner, which I've never used a mousse conditioner, and I left it in for about 5 minutes, which is what it says to do, while I washed everything else. And I don't know, I actually ended up cleaning the shower while I was in it, waiting for the mousse to do its thing. I'm sorry, I can't stop touching it because it's just really lovely. So then I towel dried it, popped in the Wonder Balm, I Need a Hero hair primer, this stuff. Just use a small amount, root to tip. Just use that, brush it through. Then I blow dried it. Was a little bit dubious as to whether it would hold. It feels very, very light and like I haven't really got any product in, which is really quite lovely because I don't like that heavy, I've got a head full of product, I want to wash my hair to get it out feeling, which is what I often get. And then I use the dry volumizing spray. I use more than I used the other day, but probably less than you can use if you want like mega hair. I'm actually just here today. I've got a lot of catching up to do. As I mentioned earlier, Coco's at a friend's and the boys are back at school. So I have a rare moment of playing catch up. So I'm not really going anywhere, but I wanted to give the products a try and I love it. I absolutely love it. So I just wanted to share that with you. Now I'm going to put my makeup on. Really stupidly, I bit my tongue last night. Simon cooked me an omelette while I was editing, and I've bitten my tongue, which is quite annoying. It's quite uncomfortable. It feels awkward, which is why I'm struggling to get my words out, because I bit my tongue. Very stupid. Just wearing an old blouse, and this is from a company. I actually bought it at Spirit of Christmas. It's called 46 Stitch. That is difficult to say with a swollen tongue. I really did a great job of biting my tongue. I'm not going to show you, but it's not pretty. And it's just a really pretty, like, scalloped knit. They just have small drops, you know, small amount of things. So you have to kind of grab them when you see them. But I just thought this is a really pretty pink, and I thought I'd wear it today. The sun is shining. It was so cold earlier, but I think it's going to be beautiful. So that is my look, but I just wanted to share the hair with you. Really loving the Percy read. I will keep you updated. Maybe I'll give you another update next week, but yeah, so far very impressed. Right, time to put my makeup on and get going. So I've played mum taxi for a bit of today and done a bit of work. I had 6 videos for my members club that I needed to edit and upload and get those ready for March's content. We have just brought the horses in and changed rugs. Somebody was asking me if I would share tips on horse care. So I think important once a day at least to take a rug off and just check them over. And really important to have a feel of their legs. I'm going to see where I can move you and show you what I mean. Now, if a rug is wet and you have no way of drying it, then you can leave a rug on because it will dry better on the horse than it will if you take it off and then it's not going to get dry overnight, and you're putting a wet rug on in the morning. So in that instance, you can leave a rug on, but it's really good. It's a good practice to get into, taking a rug off, checking the horse over, checking to see that their weight's okay, that they haven't dropped off and things like that. And really, really good, Molly, to check their legs. I'm going to move you down here. See if Molly's going to play ball and my camera. Probably not, but we'll have a go because Molly knows it's supper time. But have a good feel of their legs. Feel for any lumps and bumps. Molly has got a little nick here, which she actually did in Ireland before she came over. And again, I've been putting pseudo cream on that. She's got a little bump there. I'm just going to keep an eye on. And hang on, she's just... There we are. So feel all their legs for any heat, any swelling, any lumps and bumps, at least once a day. Just run your hand down their legs and get to know your horse's legs. It's really important. And then if there's anything abnormal, you're first to pick up on it. Molly's been bolshy because it's supper time, and she's saying, please, Coco, could you hurry up? Coco, Molly is asking you to hurry up. She's hungry. So those are a couple of top tips that I was taught as a child in Pony Club. So I'm going to go and do the same with Tori and just take her rug off, check her over, and feel her legs and notice if there are any changes, any differences. And that is very important horse care. So I'm now in here with this little lady, and while she has her supper, she's very, very good and very patient. She will let me feel her legs and just take her rug off and check her over. This one has had a quick brush, a check over, and I've just popped her stable rug on for tonight. She's just finishing her supper, and then when they finish their supper, I'll take their bowls out and I'll head in. And then I always come and check them before I head up to bed. And that's what's so nice about having the stables close to the house, is I let the dogs out I let them have a pee and do all of their thing, and then I come and check the horses, come and check their hay and water and have a feel and check their temperature and make sure that they're warm enough, not overheating, and that everybody is happy and everybody is well. So those are a few of the checks I do with the horses on a daily basis. I'm actually just going to use Tori's legs because I didn't give you a proper demo because Molly was being impatient. But at least once a day, have a feel of them. And so I always start here at the knee. I run my hands down the front, and I feel the hoof to see whether there's any heat. I then run my hand down at the back of their leg and have a good feel right into here, and feel and notice if there are any abnormalities or any changes. I mean, look at dear Tori, she's just a perfect model, isn't she? And I do the same thing with all 4 legs at least once a day, and it's really important that you learn your horse's legs. And then if there's any abnormality, you pick it up instantly. If there's any change, you can feel whether there's any heat, whether there's an abscess building or something like that. You'll notice if a shoe's come off. Really good idea to pick up your horse's foot as well and have a look and check their hoof and what have you. Tori's got a bit of straw in there. So those are some top tips for you. Now I have got an exciting day tomorrow. I'm jumping in the car and I'm heading up to Lydia's to teach her how to make sourdough. And I get asked all the time, Charlie, please can you teach us how to make sourdough? And I shared my sourdough method from making my starter and how I use my starter with my members club when I first started my members club a few years ago. And I have been working away with Tish, who is my amazing VA behind the scenes, of how I can share my sourdough starter with other people. And I've also been asked to demonstrate live in person, and I will leave the details linked in the description of this video. Sussex Food and Fizz Festival, which is on the 22nd of March. I'm their sourdough teacher, demonstrator, which is so exciting. So with that in mind, I thought, right, I'm being asked all the time about sourdough, so I'm going to have it available for you to buy as a digital download. There's going to be 2 options. You can either have just like the PDF notes, or you can get the PDF notes and the video tutorials that go alongside, and you can purchase those. Once you've purchased them, you have them to refer back to indefinitely. And so I'm Lydia, when she came for lunch, I served soup and bread, and she was like, Charlie, this bread's amazing. And she loved my sourdough and said, would you come and teach me? And it's a perfect opportunity to go and see Colin as well and teach her, which is also good practice for the Sussex Food and Fizz. So it's very exciting. So I'm really looking forward to that tomorrow. I have got a few things I need to prep and get organised for it tonight. So I'm going to be taking a loaf with me. I don't know how it's going to travel. I'm going to take my starter with me, a loaf with me, various different flours, and my notes for Lydia to have a copy of, and then be there to get our hands involved, because sourdough is very much a hands-on thing. You need to feel it, you need to feel the texture, you need to feel the consistency. And so yes, that is what we're doing, but I've got a little bit of prep work to do now. I wasn't expecting to be quite such a mum taxi today, but that's fine. It's what half term's about. Simon is having a day with his daughter tomorrow doing father and daughter things, which is perfect, and that actually is involving the saddler, who's coming to look at saddles, check the saddle. We've got a couple of saddles here, check and see whether those can be tweaked and altered to fit Molly, which I think they can be. So that's happening tomorrow, which Si can phone me if he needs me, and Coco's knowledgeable enough I don't need to be here, but the saddler is in the area tomorrow, so she is coming, so they can do that together. But I'm going to head inside and get everything prepped and ready, and I will chat to you tomorrow. Good morning. I've just had an incident with the cool box. The car is loaded, everything is ready. I literally bought almost the kitchen sink. I have got a cool box with ice packs and a loaf of sourdough, hopefully ready to bake when I get there. I've got my sourdough starter, I've got my Le Creuset, I've got various flours, you name it, I've got it. Done the horses this morning, fed them, the saddler is coming, so I've left them in. I've let Coco have a little bit of a lie-in because I think she's a little bit tired. She was at a sleepover, not last night, but the night before. And half term is for recharging, so I've done that. I'm gonna get in the car. I got a bruise coming. I hope not, it's such a wally. I'm gonna get in the car and I am gonna hit the road.
These are lemons from my greenhouse as well.
You're spoiling me, Lydia.
I know.
What a treat.
Well, you truly spoiled
Homemade
me.
cake. It's so kind of you. Yummy.
Hopefully it's all right. You haven't tried it yet. It could be terrible. I'm one of those people that
I'm
I
sure
never
it'd be
take
delicious.
a full cake to someone's house because I'm just not confident in what I'm doing at all.
It's about giving it a go. I think all these things we only get better by doing it.
Some water. Would you like another lemon water?
I'd love some water. Look at this. Lunch at the Mill and Gordons. Look at these boys. They can smell the girls and they're very excited. They are so handsome. So I've had a lovely morning with Lydia, teaching her about sourdough. She has given me a delicious lunch and a homemade bone broth and homemade delicious cake. And we have just driven over to see Colin. He's there. Let's go and have a look.
How's you
Not even filming. I hadn't pressed go.
Oh no!
Here he is, my muddy monster. And there's Romeo. Let's go and have a cuddle. Here he is. He's just had lots of treats. He's eaten all of the ones in my pocket.
What? It's because you know I've got polos in my pocket.
What's going on? It's not supper time. It's not supper time. Oh, gorgeous boy. It's Romeo over there.
You're being very rude. Oh. Oh. Little polo? Good boy. You want one? You want one, Rose? Come on. Good boy.
He's very happy.
Tell Mummy.
Filthy, but very happy this time of year.
No.
And horses is tricky.
No. Yes. Little mush. What are you doing? No.
He's got such a long tongue, hasn't he?
I know.
It's so lovely to see him. There he is. He was not overly fussed about seeing me. Had my treats and then said, "Mum, can you just leave me to my haylage? I'm quite happy out here." So it's really good to see the muddy monster very well looked after by this gorgeous girl. Thank you.
I'm literally like, I was like, I kind of want to take you, but I also don't want to take you in case he wants to go home with you again. And so I'm like, I don't know what to do.
He's very happy.
So I'm like, I really want him to be like, oh, but also I want him to be like, I don't remember you. I'm like, no.
He's very happy. Thank you.
Oh no, I it's just a joy, honestly. I learn so much about him every single day, and he's I was just saying to Charlie how like people are drawn to him as an animal. It's so weird. I can be on the yard with like other horses and there is something about him. I think it's like his presence or even his face. Everyone online always talks about his face, like and I think that's what I messaged you about him.
Yeah.
He's got such a kind face.
He has, and such a kind eye, and he's just he's a teacher and he's genuine and he has a purpose. He's
and I love it for me because obviously this is like my first step into this, and at so many stages it's been like, you know, oh my gosh, I'm going to learn about what he's like and how he is in these situations, and he's just so robust and he's just it's so...
Come on, this is what we're going to do.
Yeah,
this is how it's going to be.
Yeah, and he's like, it's okay if someone else is having a bit of a moment. He's just like, I'm just happy to be here. Yeah. I'm just happy to be alive.
Yeah.
It's so sweet.
He's so sweet. As long as he's got food,
Yeah.
that's really all that matters. The
Yeah.
way to his heart is through his
That
tummy.
is, you did
with
tell
all
me
men.
that. Yeah, you did tell me that, because there's been so many occasions where I'm like, we've been having like him have physio and things like that, and when he's there, he's like pushing me around, and I can't understand why he's pushing me around, because I'm still learning how he communicates, and then I'm like, oh, it's because usually you'd be having your dinner now,
Yeah.
and I'm withholding your dinner from you. Okay,
Yeah,
I
you
get it
gotta
now.
give that to him first,
Yeah.
then you can do the other stuff.
I'm learning that it's like he's like, you're in charge, but also I'm kind of in charge too. So just so you know. But yeah, it's good.
So it's very surreal to be here in Lydia's kitchen. I've been here most of the day. We have had a lot of fun. There's been a lot of nattering, a lot of giggling. So lovely to go and see Colin. We have got a loaf of sourdough on the go over there, and then there's one in the fridge doing its thing. And I've been teaching Lydia. Ali and Lydia have been teaching me. It's all about helping one another and sharing tips and advice. My camera, which I'm not vlogging on at the moment, it did something funny with its settings, and I basically couldn't get it to work, and Alice just sort of fixed it, sorted it, and showed me how to use it, which is incredibly kind of him. And Lydia and I have been chatting, and she's given me such amazing advice. Lydia I first reached out to, and this is how the friendship started, when I was first on TikTok, getting so much abuse, so much hatred, and it was not a happy place for me. And I sent her a message and I said something, a DM, something like, oh my goodness, TikTok is such a scary place. And she has given me so much advice and kindness since that moment. And it was a good few years ago, probably like 3 years ago at least. And that's how it all started. And so she has given me so many words of wisdom today. I'm about to jump in the car, head back home. Coco and Sai have been having a daddy-daughter day. They went for a hack this morning, and then the saddler came and did saddles. I think I need a proper update, but apparently the saddle we have is absolutely fine, maybe a few minor adjustments, so that is good news. And then they went out for lunch together. They sent me a list of things that I need to do that they had discussed during their lunch. So I have a long list, as long as my arm, of things that I need to do, re horses and what have you. So that was quite amusing. And yeah, I think they're doing the horses this evening together. And I'm about to hit the road and head back. I listened to a couple of great podcasts on the way up here. Here she is! Lydia and I were just talking podcast recommendations.
Yes.
What do you recommend? What do you enjoy listening to?
Do you know what? I'm not so big on podcasts, apart from when you said about that Rosebud one.
Oh yeah,
and then-
Rosebud with Jarban.
Yeah, I need to listen to more of that one, that particular
Because
one.
I listened to Dish with Angela Hartnett and Nick Grimshaw
Grimshaw.
on the way up, and that was that's a great one.
But I'm listening to a book at the
What
moment
do you
called
listen to?
England.
Ooh.
And it's totally not my normal genre of books to listen to, but honestly, the amount that you drive, like this book would be perfect, because it's like, I think it's like 15 hours long,
Oh,
this
okay.
book. But it's so fascinating, because it's sort of like
What's
a
it
natural,
about?
it's like a natural history of England. So it talks about different areas of England, and like, it's just so many interesting facts about
Because
nature.
this is a very Roman area. Here.
Yes, yeah.
With the
Yeah.
Yes. Fascinating. I'm going to download.
It's
that.
honestly, it's so
Thank
interesting.
you.
So we listened to, so the first, you might not like it because of the first chapter. The first chapter is about the Thames estuary,
Okay.
and I could kind of take or leave that. It was a bit grimy and a
Yeah.
bit like gruesome. But then it goes to what's the next one? Richmond Park.
Oh.
So it's really interesting. It tells you about how like parks came about. Talks to you about the history of parks and why they became what they became. Deer parks, things like that. But it's so packed full of information about nature, trees.
I
at the
think
moment.
Simon would really enjoy that too.
Yeah, I've honestly found it super fascinating. There's a lot in it, but it's the one that I'm on at the moment is Burnham Beeches.
Oh yes.
And that tells you
I
all
know
about.
Burnham Beeches. I know the country by the horse trials, the events from growing up.
I've never been
Burnham
there.
Beeches, there's a horse trials. I remember my brother competing in that one. It's so funny. I know literally know the
And it's in
country.
Buckinghamshire, and I've never been. I didn't even know this thing
Burnham
existed. So
Beeches.
it's really interesting and about like understanding the intricacies that make our
England.
yes,
Yeah.
exactly.
And why
It's-
there are things.
Yeah. It's very fascinating.
Thank you. Well, it's all about sharing these tips.
I know.
So that is one for you. Anyway, Lydia, thank you.
Thank you
It's
so
been a
much.
gorgeous
Honestly,
day.
this
I'm
has
gonna
been
hit
so
the
much
road.
fun. I'm so happy that you got to come and see Colin as
Oh,
well.
I know.
That's like the dream.
I know.
It's so good.
It's been a perfect day. Time to hit the road. I am back from my lovely day with Lydia. It was just gorgeous. We laughed, we chatted, we made sourdough, we ate, I had 2 slices of her delicious cake. Such a treat to not cook lunch. Yes, I was there teaching sourdough, but actually to have, lunch served, gorgeous cake, go and see Colin, who wasn't very interested in seeing me, bless him. He was like, oh, I've had my treats, thanks mum, off you go now. Bless him, it's fine. He seems very happy. And I took a trip down memory lane on my way home because Lydia lives not too far from where I grew up, and I just had this urge when I left her to go and drive past my family home where I grew up and where my dad's office was, which is now a flat, which is really weird. So I could see driving past when he was sat at his desk in his office, and now I could see somebody sat on their sofa in their home where my father's desk was, which is quite bizarre. But I had a little drive by. I went to the church that we used to go to every Sunday, and my parents were very involved in the church, and I went and had a moment, and not a weepy moment, I just had a moment. It's a year since Dad died, and I didn't feel I could go sooner, but I felt like I'm up here, let's just have a drive by, and it felt like it was the right thing to do. And then I got home, had supper, and just been sorting actually things out for Lola in her whelping box, and just getting that ready. There's so much going on at the moment, and yeah, there's just a lot. I need to give you a quick update on Tess. She's perked up and she's got a bit of a spring back in her step. She's eating well. She hasn't had an accident at night for the last 3-4 nights, which is such a good sign. And she just seems a little bit brighter, which is great. My emotions have been all over the place, but she seems to be doing well. So maybe it's just having had so much love showered over her with the boys being here for half term, and I've just had her on my lap when I can, and just giving her lots of love and TLC. So she's a bit brighter. Santana is getting on really, really well. We're actually going to go and see her tomorrow. She's doing a competition with the guy that's training her. He asked if he could take her to do a show jumping round, see how they get on and see how she is. So that is happening tomorrow. So I will take you with us. I have no idea how long this vlog is going to be. I've just been filming. So I need to kind of work out where we are. I've either filmed not that much or hours worth of content that I have to then whittle down. But anyway, I'm going to go and have a bath. I'm going to hit the hay. I've just checked on the horses and I actually didn't chat to you while I was down there, because Molly was lying down having a snooze in her stable and I didn't want to disturb her. It was so nice to see that she's relaxed enough to be lying down in her stable and happy, which is such a good sign. The saddler was really happy with her today, so that is all good. I think I've already told you that. I can't remember what I've told you and what I haven't told you. It's been a long day. It's been a lovely day. It's been a wonderful day. I actually spoke to Theodore. Hang on, you can't see me. Hang on, we're going back over here. I actually spoke to Theodore for probably 2 hours of my drive back. Theodore and I just love him. I just love him. And we've got some plans. We were supposed to start recording podcast episodes actually like 6 weeks ago. It hasn't happened for various reasons. I lost my voice because I was ill over Christmas and New Year. That delayed us, and he's had lots going on. I've had lots going on, but we had a really, really good catch up. A great natter. So I spoke to my brother driving up and listened to a couple of podcast episodes on my journey up, and on my way back I just had a really, really long natter with my wonderful friend across the pond, and it's always good for the soul talking to a great friend and having a good catch up. Anyway, Simon has run my bath. I'm going to jump in there, unwind, and I will chat to you tomorrow. Who has just jumped brilliantly, bless her. Josh is calling her Tinkerbell because he thinks that that's what she is, but she is behaving really well, and I think that she just needs a professional, a strong rider. Dear Coco has done brilliantly with her, but she just takes the mickey out of her, and she needs somebody that is bossy and in charge. But dear girl, so lovely to see her, and it's lovely that she's actually just up the road from us, so we can see her often. And I think she'll be with Josh for a little bit longer. He's going to jump her again next week. We'll see how she's going and take it from there. But it's gorgeous to see this one. Oh my goodness, it is wet, it is wild, and it's very cold. And somehow, in a couple of hours, I've got to be looking presentable. I'm going out for supper with 3 of my gorgeous OG girlfriends. Cannot wait to have a girly night and a really good catch up, but I'm feeling utterly bedraggled from this morning to mucking out this afternoon, getting the stables ready. We've got the horses in, and I have bought Coco for a lesson with Indy. Rather her than me. It's pretty, well, I don't know, I think I'd rather be on. But Miss Molly is amazing. Now, if you are still here, would you drop a Miss Molly in the comments? And I want to thank you for still being here and for watching until the bitter end. I hope that you have enjoyed this week's vlog. I really, really appreciate you watching my channel and for leaving your lovely comments. Now, if you're new around here, I'd love it if you hit the subscribe button, ring the bell to be notified of my weekly videos, and yes, have a super weekend. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you've liked this video, give it a thumbs up, and I'll see you next week, I hope, and much love.